Hey guys, it's David. I'm going to be adding a new segment to my channel where I tell you guys stories that happened in my life. Now these stories I haven't told anybody, so you guys are the only people that know. This story is the time I had a bad boy phase. I know what you're thinking.
But you're such a loser.
Well, this phase lasted somewhere between when I was birthed and like the beginning of 9th grade. But this is the time when I peaked. It was kind of crazy. So this was 8th grade, I think. And I had these two friends that I sat at their table. One I was pretty close with, and the other one I knew, but we didn't really talk. So anyways, we hung out after school one day, and me and the girl that I didn't talk to that much, we clicked instantly. We were like instant best friends. We hung out all day, every day, all the time, always talked in school. She was like really funny and wild and crazy, and I really like that, because that's how I am with like my close friends. If I don't know you like super well, I'm gonna be really shy. This one day, we snuck out to hang out, and there was this Burger King that was closed down, and they were like, hey, we should climb on top of it. So we did. We saw this guy riding a bike. He wasn't like that close to us, but I'm not even sure if he saw us or anything, or if he was looking at us, but he was close enough to where he could have noticed, but it was dark. But there was like a ladder, and we climbed up on top of the roof, and it was pretty cool. We stayed up there for a while. I was the last to go down. Everybody else made it down just fine. My friends, they turned the corner and were like walking to wherever. And then there's me, and I see these lights, so I'm thinking like, oh, someone's just driving down the road, that's like their headlights. And it was the police. Apparently the guy that was riding the bike saw us and called the police. It was me and the girl that I recently became like best friends with and her sister. Those two pretty much like got away, and I was one that was caught. They were running. One was trying to get inside Burger King that was closed, it was obviously locked, and one was trying to get across the street. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Because at the time I didn't really know it was the police. I didn't like put it together. The guy started chasing me. Don't run. And then my friend's like, David, don't run, and it's gonna make it worse. When they're the ones who were running first, so I started running too. And fun fact, the police seats are like hard plastic. And soon after that, I started sneaking them in my house and letting them sleep over. They stayed at my house for like a week. We even skipped school. And my stepdad worked like right down the street, like a couple blocks away, so he could show up at home anytime. My friends were like, hey, let's go over to this other girl's house that I met through them. We're gonna call her A. When I met them before, we went to her house and she wasn't there, so we had to wait for her. And then she's like, oh, I know her garage code. She told me to just like wait for them inside, so we did that. And nobody said anything, and she showed up and everything was cool. So then she was like, yeah, Allie would let us stay over there. I asked her, and I'll ask her. Anyway, we were at A's house. We were like downstairs in the computer room and just like blasting music. What if her dad like comes home or something? And she didn't listen to me, and I was like so scared. And sure enough, her dad came home early. And then so there was like this window downstairs, thank God, because that would have been terrible. You had to like crank the window open, you had to like turn this handle, and then it would like slowly open. That was like the longest, probably like 10 seconds of my life, and the most fearful. And we all had to dart out of the window. And that was probably the fastest I've ever ran in my entire life. And so eventually I got to this corner and went around and like hid behind this house or whatever. I was waiting there for my friends. I was like, where are they? And then I turned the corner and her dad is in the car talking to my friends, and I was like, boop, I was like, bye. The next day, we went to school. See, apparently, A's dad had cameras in the house. My two friends have done this a lot before, pretty much breaking into their house. A had no idea we were there. When I got home one day, I had two dogs, and we kept them in their kennels while nobody was home. And they were both out. Their like entire house was pretty much destroyed. And my mom noticed that some of her jewelry and stuff was gone. One time they came to my house after school, and like I kept my front door unlocked because I didn't have a key. Lesson of the day: break into other people's houses, but don't let anyone break into yours. But no, seriously, watch out who you hang out with, because they can get you into a lot of trouble. But yeah, that's the time I had a bad boy phase, and I don't plan on having another one. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. If you want another one, click the thumbs up button, share this video with your friends, and please subscribe.